Well, a very good day to all of you. Welcome to 6 Minutes a Day, a journey into your higher self. My name is Justin. I am so glad that you have joined us here on Strength, Yoga, and Freedom, the podcast or the YouTube channel. It is my hope that through this entire training program, this 6 Minutes a Day program, you have started to notice, change, move areas of your life that you feel you've needed some maybe tweaking in, maybe you've had some self-discovery in, but in whatever area of your life, or maybe it's all areas of your life that you have been working through, my hope is that there's just been a few nuggets through this program that have inspired you to make that small change. Because thinking about things is one thing, but making the change and actually moving forward is another. So, as we move into our final 5 days together of this program, we're going to be talking all about putting everything together that we've discussed. So this is day 26. And for the first 25 days, we have been discussing how to assess how you feel, and then assessing what is going on around you, and assessing how we're dealing with other people. And so we're going to get into today's training where we're going to discuss how it really does all start with you. But before we do that, a couple of notes. For the YouTube channel, starting next week, we will be starting to release yoga videos. So I will be teaching yoga right on the YouTube channel. So if you would like to be the first person to know about what yoga classes are coming out that you can take for free at home, make sure that you join our email list. If you're listening to this on the podcast or watching on YouTube, the link to the email list is in the descriptions. You can also subscribe to the YouTube channel and you can hit the notification bell on there so that you are alerted as well. So it doesn't matter what level of yoga, physical yoga you're at, all of my classes are going to be geared towards all levels. So if you've never done yoga before, you're in the right place. So I really hope to see you on the mat as maybe you integrate some of that into your physical routines. So let's get into today's training. We're talking about you, how it all starts with you. And as I just mentioned a minute ago, the first half of this program was all about how you're discovering where you're at in your life, what's around you. And then the second half was all about dealing with other people. And we're still in the second half, but what we're doing now is putting all of this together because we need to take some action steps. We need to know what to do after we don't have daily accountability anymore, right? So it's up to us to have our own daily accountability. So in order to provide any movement or action steps that you're going to be able to take, you cannot let your past habit loops control your actions. Oh, I don't feel like going to the gym today. I'll skip my morning journaling. I will skip whatever it is that you do on a day-to-day basis. And when that starts to turn into skipping all the time, you're losing that routine and that habit loop. So it's important to stay true to the habits that you have created through healthy routines. This is why taking a look over all of those areas of your life on a regular basis is critical. Refer to trainings 1 through 5 to refer back to the 6 areas of our lives that we tried to take a look at and notice if we need to make changes in. Those 6 areas are relationships, health, finances, work, social and free time, and your dreams and goals. Those areas, again, refer back to videos 1 through 5. Those areas pretty much encompass all of your life, at least the major parts. And what is really important is not to stop when you feel like you've gotten an area of your life where you want it to be, but to continue to watch so that it's constantly evolving. When one of the areas in your life starts to skew into a direction that is no longer meeting or aligning with what you want, then it is time to start the process again. Where we tend to get into sometimes trouble is when we let those areas of our lives go and we let them go and we let them go, and it's harder to reel that back in to start the process of examining what's going on in that area so that we can make positive changes. So it's important to constantly be in the routines, constantly repeating the practice of determining what part of your life or what's going on in that part of your life so that you can move yourself forward. Once you have determined that that area is not aligning with where you want to go anymore, then we determine why it's not aligning anymore. So that's where your routines come into play. So first you've discovered, okay, it's not working. Now, what are we going to put into our lives? What routines can we put into our lives that will allow us to continue to examine those areas and make the positive changes, such as your strong morning routine, your strong evening routine, your exercising, your journaling, your meditating, your morning walks, your evening cup of tea, whatever those things are, those are important because what you have done is you've created those mindful habits that allow you to practice taking the wheel and turning it towards the direction that will allow you to move forward in your life. Refer back to days 6 through 10 to review all about routines. I cannot tell you enough, and I cannot stress this enough. Routines are the best way to take control of that steering wheel and turn it when you feel like an area of your life is not working. Where we get stuck often is when we start to notice something in our lives and it doesn't feel right, an area of our life, and it doesn't feel right, and we don't make any changes. We just continue on with the same routines, old ones that aren't serving us anymore. Default thinking that pushes you into fear and anxiety and worry. And that was all on days 11 through 15. If those things start creeping back into your mind, well, you're a goner because all of the fear, all of the anxiety can overtake you, and you feel like you don't have the energy to move on or to make any changes. You feel defeated. So to recognize what's going on in your life and then to put that into your routines to work through it so you can battle all of the mental stuff is putting all of that together so you can actually move forward. It's a process. It's a continual process. It's not like, okay, I figured out why I don't feel good all the time and I've changed my health routines and I'm exercising all the time, so I am good, I am done. Well, you're not done because exercising is not just let's just do it until we get to a certain point and stop. Let your exercising evolve. Let your journaling evolve. Let yourself evolve as you move through all of these processes. Here's the final part of this training today to keep in mind. Nobody is going to come into your life, not even your closest, your partner, the closest people to you. They cannot come into your life, not even them, and wave a magic wand and make everything better for you and change everything. Yes, other people are there to enhance your life, support you, cheer you on, root for you. They are not there to fix you. The only person that can fix you is you. So it's important to take the steps, return to the process, repeat your assessments, repeat the routines, redirect the old patterns that in your thoughts so that you can move yourself forward. So the main point that I'm getting across in this training is that it's important to repeat the process again when it comes to discovering why you feel unsettled in a certain area of your life. And only you can change that, not somebody else. But even more importantly, give yourself grace, give yourself patience, congratulate yourself, celebrate yourself, forgive your past self for mistakes you've made, because you're doing the best you can, and that is cause for celebration, and that is good enough. And if someone else is telling you you're not good enough for that, determine if they belong in your life or what capacity they belong in your life. But if you're telling yourself you're not good enough, it's time to re-examine why you feel that way and repeat those trainings about anxiety, worry, fear to bust through that and move forward. So until tomorrow, I would like you to take some time today to congratulate yourself, to honor yourself. Because when you find that smile and that happiness, celebrate it. You deserve it. See you tomorrow, everybody.